Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well and prepared for a live where we will stay together. We'll speak about a lot of things because yesterday I was not able to do a live where a lot of news came out. I did a video this morning. Today, another load of information came about the coach, about players, about Cuadrado, maybe renewing, last minute renewal for Cuadrado. Speak about a lot of things. We'll have to speak about a lot of things. So that's what we'll do all together. Today I had other things to do. I made a video and then I did all this. I'm happy. I have to say that I'm happy and proud of myself, because if there is something I'm absolutely bad at, is manual work. I'm a total disaster. I can think, I can speak, I can do a lot of things, but manual work is a disaster. I always push. Anyway, it is what it is. Ragazzi, let me say hello to all the people. If you didn't see it yet, you have a poll that you can already vote for. You already started before the live. If Allegri would really leave, and we will speak about Allegri, of course, main topic of the evening. Who would you prefer? You had four choices: Paladino, Tudor, Italiano, Thiago Motta. There are also other names in the list that we will speak about, but unfortunately, YouTube is limiting the votes to 4 options. At the moment, you are going with 41% to Tudor, 28% for Italiano, 24% for Paladino, 7% for Thiago Motta. You don't understand football. It is what it is, guys. We try to educate people here on the channel, but then they don't understand football. It's not my fault. It is what it is. Let me say hello to the people of the chat. Ciao Styler Z, ciao Grandissimo, ciao Tomsi, ciao Premier, Palto, Stavros. We have Bogdan, ciao Juventini, ciao Beppe, the goat. No, don't call me the goat. Nice setup. No, not bad, huh? It's a pity because you can't see it, but I will try. It's really difficult to also show you the other side, because now I'm able to also show the other side, not when I'm live here in front of my computer, but maybe when I'm doing a short, or maybe if I take the camera, I put it here to record a video or an intro. I will try to do something really fun. But because there is a fantastic poster of Alessandro Del Piero, and of course you can recognize the beautiful shirt. I have chosen that one for a particular reason. I will tell you why in a second. Ciao Dan Barile, that is saying, Beppe, let's pay De Zerbi. Let's pay 13 million euro and he's ours. We'll speak about De Zerbi if you want. That is doing 1-1 if I'm not wrong, against Manchester City. Inter, they played today. We don't care about Inter. I don't want to talk about that team. Ciao 2J, ciao and good evening Beppe. Kirill, come on man, it's Brighton. He has a chance to resurrect Juventus. He needs to come. A lot of people are speaking about De Zerbi. I have intentionally not put him in the options. Ciao to Jurgen. Without Champions League, they don't need to invest big money on the squad. Better bring new coach and slowly build the team adapted for his style. Ciao Ryan. Ciao Sirai. A lot of members today on the channel. By the way, congratulations, because we reached 400 members on the channel. This is something epic. You know that when I started the video or the channel, I was not even expecting to have 400 subscribers, let alone 400 members. Crazy, totally crazy. Ciao LJJ, ciao Bogdan. No one voting for Thiago Motta. I am surprised. Same as me, but he's still starting to increase with 9%. Ciao GA, ciao Juventino of the world. Grande, you are writing it totally correct. Dodir Salad, 4 coaches, nothing. What does that mean? 4 coaches, nothing. I don't understand. You don't like the 4 options. Whoa, no votes for Thiago Motta. The people are surprised. The people that know me, they know that I would have voted for Thiago Motta. I will explain why. Isn't Motta the one had a fight with Buffon on the pitch? Yes, like Paladino had a fight with Del Piero. Guys, if you vote for Paladino because you like him, but you don't vote for Thiago Motta because Thiago Motta fought with Buffon, well, then you can't vote for Paladino, You don't know. You don't know the story. Del Piero, I already explained to you guys, but I will tell you again. Alessandro Del Piero, maybe let me go a bit closer. I'm too far away. It looks like I'm really small here. A bit closer with il capitano Danilo. Anyway, Alessandro Del Piero, he never fought with someone from his team. The only time that it happened that he was really, really, really angry, it was with Palladino on the pitch. That's the only story. So if you don't vote for Thiago Motta because he fought with Buffon, ciao Tarek, ciao grandissimo. Abdi Rahem is going for Palladino. Palladino has been impressive. Monza 5th place over the last 3 rounds, 3rd place over the last 10, but need more time. Too small of a sample size, Tudor more experience and grinta. Coach Mercato is crazy. I don't want to play too much of Mercato is crazy because at the moment Mercato is not crazy, and it's the rumors that are crazy, not the Mercato at the moment. A lot of messages that I need to catch up with. You are too much. You are too many. Ciao Steve Slick. Motta, what a terrible player, or was a terrible player, cost Italy the final of the Euros. It's true, he was playing with the Italian team, it's true. But Thiago Motta is an Interista. Conte also was a Juventino. Conte was a Juventino, and at the end he won with Inter. He brought them back to victory. Guys, it is what it is. Oh, question, ragazzi. Do you know which team Italiano is supporting? Do you know? Today I heard that. I knew, but I was not sure. Today I had confirmation about that. You know, Italiano, which team is supporting? Attenzione, I don't know if you will be able to know or not. Or maybe you know, or you don't know. Italiano, Vincenzo, is supporting a team. Milan, Roma. Ciao, dottore. Milan. Valentino wants Zidane. Italiano is NUFC. What's Nukes. Italiano supports Inter, Torino. I will guess Roma, Milan. I will stop the poll, by the way. Ciao, Vittorio. How is it possible, guys? Fiorentina. Napoli. And finally, someone that finally is thinking a bit. Guys, we are on Juve channel. Otherwise, I would not have tell you. Now I tell you. It's Juventino. It's more Juventino than you. It's more Juventino than me. Juventinissimo. Italiano is Juventino. Today, when I heard that news, guys, attenzione, you know, I was like, yeah, today I was happy. I was really happy. But that doesn't mean that he will come. That doesn't mean that it means totally nothing. But, you know, when you are choosing, when you have the heart, Juventinità. Guys, question, yes or no? No blah blah, yes or no? Do you want a Juventus fan as a coach? Do you want a coach that is fan of Juve? Do you want a coach that is fan of Juve? I need a yes or a no, not blah 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 blah. Styler Z, yes. We have Matteo and Red are saying no. Then yes, obviously, yes. I see a lot of yes. Guys, then I have news for you. Max Allegri is Juventino. Max Allegri, Juventino, we keep Max Allegri and everyone in the chat is happy. I see that everyone in the chat is happy now. Guys, I told you, you decided, you wanted the Juventino, Max Allegri is Juventino. You decided, guys, it's not my fault. Joy is saying 100% yes. Chat is on fire. Guys, no, I didn't bait. I didn't fool you. I didn't trick you. I ask a simple question, yes or no. Do you want a coach that is a Juventino? And you tell me yes. Yes is yes, Yes, it's Max Allegri is Juventino. I never told you Italiano or whatever. Okay, guys. Now we go with a bit more serious thing. Let's say congratulations, because, guys, seriously, I know it's hard. I know it's not always fun to do. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you are obliged. sometimes you are obliged to do and to say congratulations, even if you don't always want, because they are a bit further from you. You don't have, it's not always easy, huh? But sometimes you have to say congratulations. Sometimes you have to say congratulations, and I believe that it's time for us to say congratulations. Congratulations to Pogba. Paul Pogba just had his third child. Congratulations to Paul Pogba. I'm super, super happy that Paul Pogba is growing the family. Is super happy that is growing the family. Hopefully it will help him also to find a bit of stability. Mentally, it's important. Maybe, when what we are seeing, a child, a kid, is always a source of happiness. And I believe that Paul deserves a bit of happiness. He had a really, really tough and difficult year. So if he can be happy, if the kid can bring him a bit of joy, I would be really, really sincerely happy for our Paul Pogba. We can't wait to have him on the field. Pepe's on fire today. Okay, can we speak about things? What do you want to know? Okay, you want to know about Max Allegri, because we didn't speak about Max Allegri yesterday. I did a true video, but not yet on the live. Well, it's quite easy, ragazzi. It's quite easy. Max Allegri, I always told you, and you know it, I don't see Max Allegri on the season 23-24. Ryan, stop immediately or I will block you. Huh? I never believed in Max Allegri 23-24. Not because I like, I don't like, I want, I don't want. I always thought really logically. I was thinking, okay, first season of Max Allegri back at Juve. He knows there is no Mercato, there is nothing. He was expecting the team to be a bit stronger or to do a bit better, and he totally flopped that first year. If it is a result coach, Max Allegri, well, in terms of result, we can't say that he did really well, because it was the first time in 10 years that Juventus went trophyless, so 0 trophies for Max Allegri. He was disappointed, but also the hate received already last year, and the hate given to Max Allegri, I really believe that he wanted to prove a point that he could win with the team. But I always believed that, okay, you have two choices. Or he wins, and he proved that he was the one that was able to bring Juventus back in winning, hopefully the Scudetto. Otherwise, maybe something in Europe. You never know, huh? Coming back, winning the Champions League. Nobody would have said that in 2014. When he arrived, we were all against him, and at the end, he brought us in a final of Champions League that, again, I repeat, and I know that I will repeat it and whatever, I will speak about the referees, but if we receive that penalty, we go to 2-1 versus Barcelona, and we win Champions League, Scudetto, and Coppa Italia, if I'm not wrong, that year. So people can laugh. I see people lol. In 2014, nobody would have expected that. Nobody would have expected that here. So maybe in his idea, it was bring Juventus again in trophy and leave. Leaving, like with dignity. My first year was absolutely not great. I did much better in the second year. I leave. And then the other ones will take over. Or not winning, and of course, if you don't win, then the management had to take a decision. This has always been my opinion, my feeling about 23-24. You know it, I never celebrated when he was doing bad. I never smiled. I never enjoyed seeing him doing bad, because it's true, it's a fact. This year we were not good. Nobody on earth can say that we did good. But I never enjoyed it. I never celebrated. And I always told you, at the end of the season, you sit together, you ask the 3 magic questions, and then you see. At a certain moment, it went so bad that I said, you don't have to wait always the end of the season. You can also do it in the middle of the season. After the players are gone to international break, you can sit and ask 3 questions. Do you want to? because that's the most important one. The motivation, what you have inside, what you want to do. Do you think that you are able to do it? Because sometimes, I also want to have a Ferrari. Am I thinking that I'm able to buy a Ferrari? No. Max Allegri, can you do it? Yes. Okay. And then the third magic question is, explain me, because you need to convince me. Because words and blah blah, it's all beautiful, but explain me with A plus Z or A plus B how you will be able to achieve your result. That's always what I thought. Now, he didn't win, and he said, I confirm myself. Then, what the management is thinking, it's another story. Why are people thinking and speaking now about Max Allegri, the possibility to leave? For multiple reasons. The results are absolutely bad. We know it. There is chaos in Juventus today. There is a big chaos. And I know the frustration that you have. We share the same frustration. There is chaos. It's quite difficult to keep the players believing in a project, believing in a coach. We saw it with the words of Juan Cuadrado, with the words of Szczesny. We saw it today, in a way, with the words of Angel Di Maria on Instagram. Not that much him, but his wife. So it's quite difficult, honestly, to keep also the locker room. But it's not only that. That's not even the most important. Because at Juventus, guys, you believe me or you don't believe me, at Juventus, the locker room, they decide nothing in terms of managers. Like, the coach is not deciding who will arrive in terms of sporting director. If they have decided that it is Giuntoli will be there. That Allegri is happy or not, that's his problem. If it's Marotta, it's Marotta. If it's Rossi from Sassuolo, it is Rossi from Sassuolo. Whoever. If it's Beppe from GJustjuve, that will be the new sporting director, Max Allegri. But whatever coach arrives at Juve, they are silent. They can't say anything. And that's exactly the same for the players. They can be happy, they can be unhappy, but there is one, and it is the coach. And you have to respect him, and you have to agree with what is taking as decision. Because at the end, who is paying the consequences? It's the coach. When things are going really bad, who do you sack? Who are you blaming? It's the coach. Not that much the players. The players, they have a bit to do it. Now, ragazzi, I will tell you the big reason. It's not the locker room. It's not Max Allegri. No. It is John Elkann. Is there someone in the chat that can tell me why it is John Elkann that is actually making sure? No, he's not making sure. But the papers are writing that the chances of Max Allegri to remain at Juve are not 100% anymore. And I tell you, the reason is John Elkann. But why? Who can explain me? Today's swag. Yeah, today I'm really beautiful. I feel myself beautiful. I'm happy about that. There is Platini in the wall. Platini joined me. Who can tell me why? Adriano is saying John Elkann wants to sell the club. That's not the reason. Chuck will promote Twitch superstar Beppino to sporting director. Guys, then you will write really soon, Beppe out. Isn't Agnelli still pulling the strings behind closed door? How are you thinking about these kind of strange things, Gary? Rusitano, between losing Euro money and Allegri's big contract, I can't see Allegri not being back. Something that he said in the press for Zlatko. Beppe out, Promiero. That's the great message. John Elkann told he spoke with Allegri about the next 2 games. Okay, so the words of Elkann are important in what he said to the press, but that's not even the most important. Ragazzi, who was the president of Juventus since 2010? Andrea Agnelli. Who was there before? We had Jean-Claude Blanc, we had Grant Stevens, We had a few presidents in and out, not really Juve-esque. Owner has been John Elkann since the beginning, but also, and it always worked like that, the owner is the owner and he's not taking really care of the business. Now that Andrea Agnelli is not there, this will be, for the very first time, the Juventus of John Elkann. I don't know if John Elkann knows about football. I don't know if John Elkann wants to sell the club in 2-3 years. Today, guys, it makes no sense to sell Juventus. Did you check the stock exchange? Did you see the value of Juventus dropping down so much? Today, it makes totally no sense. If really he wants to sell, which I don't know, I don't believe, I hope not, to be honest, today it's not the day. Today it's not today. If you really want to sell it, you need to at least bring it back to something that people want to invest a lot of money. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Okay? But this one, even if you have President Ferrero, this one will have the signature of John Elkann for the very first time. Okay, we are not able to sign the big player's name. We will have difficulties to do a proper mercato. We will be massively influenced about will we participate in any European competition or not. So a lot of blocks. But this will be the first Juve of John Elkann. Not a perfect one. Don't expect a perfect one. But that means that we will have John Elkann that really needs to pay attention to what decision he will take. Really need to pay attention. And underline my words. So, not a perfect Juve, because it is impossible to have a perfect Juve. It will not happen. I don't promise you Klopp, because it is impossible. It will not be the Zerbi, because it is impossible. But hey Gianni, I didn't tell you I was optimistic. I didn't tell you I was optimistic and positive. That's not what I said. I just said that this one will have the signature for the first time of John Elkann, for one simple reason. Because at the moment we have no sporting structure. And that sporting structure will be built also with John Elkann. John Elkann is the one that is pushing for Giuntoli. He wants Giuntoli. Then John Elkann might know about football or not know about football, but he knows how to run a business, or at least if you're looking at how much the value of Exor is and how many companies are doing fantastically well, he knows a bit about who can help him in taking the right decision. Going with Giuntoli, guys, if it happens, and apparently the rumors are saying that there is just a final decision to take with Napoli that is doing difficult. Why? I will explain you in a second, but going with Giuntoli, is this a step in the right direction? Yes or no? I don't promise you, I'm not positive, guys. I'm not telling you, yes, fantastic, Giuntoli, we will win the treble. Giuntoli to Juve, is this a first step in the right direction? Can we discuss about that? Can we just say it's true, it's not true, yes or no? By the way, thank you to M. Leo that just subscribed. I always love that. Now the counter, I discovered how to do it, so you will see it a lot of time. Grande Leo. 100% yes, 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 yes. So people agree. Giuntoli is a first direction. What happened between the closed doors of Juventus? In December, when Elkann took over, ragazzi, let's say the truth, it was a chaos. All the board resigned. accusation after accusation after accusation. It was a really difficult moment. Everyone said, guys, if I need to leave, I leave. Allegri said it, apparently, Cherubini. A lot of people said, guys, here that we have a problem. And you are totally alone. And you have no idea how to move and what to do. I know, guys. But Tuchel was free at that moment. Luis Enrique after the World Cup was free. Why didn't we do that? The only thing that Juventus needed at the moment was focusing on off the books, and then understanding what we could do, what was possible to do, an assessment. First, you always go with an assessment of the situation. In that moment, the only sporting figure that could have been at Juve and understanding the moment was Massimiliano Allegri. So I 100% back up the choice and the words of John Elkann in December 2022. Now I will show you something. These are the videos I made. John Elkann reacts. Watch these videos, they are really important. The letter of John Elkann, Allegri stays. 5 points for the new Elkann Juventus. I already started speaking about 5 months ago about this will be the new Juventus of John Elkann. But really important is this one, this video. Max stays in December. It was 5 months ago. Super important because there was no other choice. At that moment, you needed to give some stability. Impossible to go everyone out and we start again. Because you go to a Nagelsmann, you go to a Tuchel, you go to a Luis Enrique, you go to a Zidane that was at home and you say, come here. But what will happen with Juve? We don't know. Which player will remain? We don't know. So that's what he did. And now, 5 months, we know a bit more about the first trial, minus 10 points. We will discover if we will play on the field European competition or not, if we win the next 2 games, which I think will be really difficult to win the next 2. But that's another story. And then you can start planning the future for a bit. Not long. Because on the 15th June, you have a salary maneuver that a lot of people are saying, Beppe, in the salary maneuver, there is a possibility to find a agreement, a plea, a settlement, finding an agreement. And the rumors are saying that Juventus could potentially go for an agreement. I don't know what all the details are for the proposed possible agreement. But if Juventus would agree, it's for one reason. That agreeing to find a deal with the justice that has not been correct with us since the beginning of the year, since even last year, it's to keep everything on this season, 22-23, that I believe that if we are able to take that salary maneuver and find a deal and put it on this season, shaking hands and saying 22-23, we can put it in the top 3 worst seasons of the history, even if it is 1 year out of Europe, to make Seferin happy, to make this happy, to make this happy. Ragazzi, what do you want? You want to defend yourself? That's what we try to do with the plusvalenza, where a lot of people, even anti-Juve people, lawyers, I spoke to a lot of people, journalists, experts in law, in sporting law. I spoke to a lot of people. They all told me Juventus, on paper, they will win because they can't punish Juventus. Juventus tried. They had expert lawyers, but top of the top. And at the end, the request goes from -9 to -11. The punishment goes from a -15 to a -10. And nobody can explain us what was the motivation behind it. But anyway, do we want to continue to defend ourselves knowing that they will not? Or we want to close? Understanding, having clarity, people know what to do. 1 year out of Europe, 1 year out of Europe. I will absolutely be pissed off. I will be super angry. but at least you have a start to rebuild. But it will not be an easy one, because you will lose a lot of money. And that's why in December, Elkan said we continue to max. Now, apparently, according to the rumors, Elkan, he spoke with the pro-Allegri part. He spoke with the no-Allegri part inside of Juve. And looks like the papers are saying, even if there was some hesitation, they need to change. They need to change. They want to change. They want to change with a much younger Juve, with a fresh air. Not necessarily a winning Juve immediately, because, guys, then Juventus always try to compete to win. But sometimes you have to accept that it's sometimes a bit more difficult. The weapons are not the same when you start with a team of next gen with a few players that at the moment didn't prove that they were world champions. It's different. It's different. And you will probably need a bit more time. But then the Juve of Antonio Conte 2011, 2012 was a Juventus that surprised us. Nobody was expecting to win Serie A at the first try, at the first thing. But what is important, ragazzi, Allegri or not Allegri, is to have a unity, at least with the management. Not that a part doesn't want X, but because they want Z, and not that another part want A and they don't want B. If you are able to discuss internally and go for it and take a decision, you have to back it up. Even if there is one or two persons that do not agree, or they leave, or they just agree with it and they work towards it. That's the way, ragazzi. That's the way how to do it. Otherwise, it will never work. It will never work. Now, if the decision, because we are always speaking about ifs, if the decision is right, if you want to go big, let's put aside some names. But if you want to go big, because I told you the first Elkan Juve, and you want to go for Zidane, because I see in the chat we want Zidane. Okay. Then you will have to wait at least the 15th of June. Why? Because of the 15th of June, you know the salary maneuver. You can't go and attract Zidane, that apparently a few weeks ago it was reported that he didn't really care about Europe the first season, but you can't go to Zinedine Zidane, attract him without clarity about your future. Do we have the time to wait? Yes and no. But the first priority will be that on the 5th of June, Giuntoli is already in Torino. Giuntoli needs to be in Torino the 5th of June. He celebrates the Scudetto with Napoli the 4th of June. He's saying in the stadium, grazie, bravo, 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 and then he needs to take the plane and go to Torino. Because the 5th of June at 8 a.m., I want him already in the office. That's what I expect. And then we see. We have 10 days. If the punishment is really severe, forget about Zidane. The chances for Zidane to go to Juve, they are, I believe, the lowest of all the possible names that we saw in the list. I'm not speaking about Pep, Klopp, Tuchel. These guys, they have a club. Ancelotti and so on, they will not come. That's the only thing. Zidane. 0.0001. If you like percentages, it's really low. But it doesn't depend on you. It's okay? Time. Do you agree with my explanation, guys? Do you agree with my explanation? I'm looking for a head coach. I'm looking for someone that caters to Chiesa, Milik, and Vlahovic. Strikers gotta start producing. That one I agree. Ryan, they're speaking internally. Eusebio Di Francesco is good too. He did, mamma mia, what do I hear here? Eusebio, mamma mia, disaster coach, Tarak, disaster coach. No. But Del Neri did well with Sampdoria as well, Tarak. With all the respect, no, guys, ragazzi. But Eusebio Di Francesco, it's true what Tarak is saying is correct. He did well with Roma. He did well with Sassuolo the first stint because he did it twice. But then he was not able to reconfirm himself. I'm scared about the coaches that are, the trendy coaches. The coaches that are able to do something with one team only, or that are able to do it for one season only, and you are really fast in doing it. I'm always scared about that. I'm really scared about that. Okay, Zidane is gone. Then, you want to speak about De Zerbi? We can speak about De Zerbi, because otherwise people, they will not let me sleep here. De Zerbi. Guys, ragazzi, I always told you I'm not a fan of De Zerbi, but not really about the way he's playing football or he's asking his teams to play football. That, guys, I need to silence myself and I need to accept, because it's the truth with facts. I like or I don't like, he's doing a fantastic work at Brighton, as he did a really beautiful work at Sassuolo as well. It's true. But De Zerbi, you don't always need to check at the field what is producing the future. You need to think about a few things. First of all, do we have the team for De Zerbi? That's the first question. He can adapt. He can work with his player. We have young players. But do we really have the players? Because we will not have any money for players for De Zerbi. Then you will tell me, Beppe, but at Brighton, they didn't sign any player for him except of one or two in the winter, but that was not the goal because he started with a team that already started. But when they played with Harry Potter, they were playing also really nice. He made them even better. He changed them. He made some players that were on the bench, he made them starters. That's the reality. Who are on our bench? Who do we have on the bench? Rugani De Sciglio. I like Rugani De Sciglio. They are a really nice person. But do you believe that De Zerbi, with the magic wand, he will make what nobody succeeded in today? Even if Rugani, guys, I always speak well about him the last 2 seasons. But, guys, seriously. Shakhtar did bad in Champions League. Then, of course, I'm not big someone that is knowledgeable about Ukrainian football. Unfortunately, it happened what happened there, and it's still happening. Unfortunately, I'm not someone that knows about politics, so I don't even want to speak too much about it. The only thing that I want is that people are happy. And if I can help someone to be happy, that it's a country, that it's whatever, I would love to. I wish people the best. But more than that, I don't know. But I know that there's someone, they stopped and he had to leave. So I don't speak too much about Shakhtar, but it did really bad in Champions League. That's another story. But De Zerbi, people are speaking about De Zerbi. De Zerbi, he has a clause in his contract with Brighton. That clause is 13 million euro. Net. So that means that as a club you pay nearly twice. You arrive at 25 million euro. So imagine that you have to pay Max Allegri 2 years plus the staff, and you are about 35 million euro. Speaking about gross salary, 35, what you pay as a club, 35 million euro. Not in the pocket of Allegri, but that's what cost you, 35. Plus the clause that you have to pay gross to De Zerbi Brighton. and we are here already at 25, 35, we're already at 60 million. Plus you need to sign De Zerbi. You need to pay him. What is his salary? I don't know. If he comes to Juve, he will ask at least 4 million euro, plus the staff and so on. You have to take it twice. De Zerbi times 2. So 8 million euro plus the staff, it's 10 million. We are at 70 million, ragazzi. 70 million just for changing a coach. 70 million here. 70 million that you will lose from the Champions League because you don't qualify. 140 million. Without thinking about the sponsors, the tickets of the week games that you will not have, forgetting about the fact that you will not play the Super... So many things. Guys, I'm sorry I had to bring you back to reality, and I didn't even speak about something else. De Zerbi, when he was at Sassuolo, the night of the Super League, you remember that league? Well, 1 or 2 days later, he was in press conference, and he was totally against Super League. He said, no, because I believe in the football of the people. I don't believe in Super League. I believe if we do this kind of things, it's the end of football. If my president allow me, tomorrow we don't show up with Sassuolo to play against Milan. Milan that at that time was in the Super League project. As Allegri said,
do you remember?
Do you remember? Important. So Juventus is still in the Super League. So I don't even believe that he would go to Juve. I don't believe that Juve would go for De Zerbi. So scratch De Zerbi. For me, De Zerbi has even less chances than Zidane to join Juve. You have to think about the man, huh? You have to think about the person. You have to think about so many things. So for me, De Zerbi is even lower than Zidane. Attenzione, because we have Gianluigi De Cortes that became a member. Grazie. A subscriber. Thank you. Grande. But in the meanwhile, we had also Admin, 19 months on the channel membership. Ciao Beppe. Thank you, Admin. We really need to stay united. So far, all we doing is adding more gasoline to the fire. Look, that's why I'm also here to try to speak with people, because, you know, when people start to really believe that Zidane can come, that De Zerbi can come, and you start really believing in something, then it can be dangerous, because then you will be disappointed. When I see people already starting with, but Juventus, we don't defend ourselves. I don't know if people, they are reading or watching the videos. Juventus, since we have the new management that was appointed for the defense of Juve, we only try to defend ourselves. But they are just rejecting everything, or postponing or rejecting. But if Juventus today, and it doesn't change anything, but do not have minus 15 but minus 10, it's because Juventus defended themselves. Unfortunately, they don't care that we defend ourselves. They took away anyway the points. But Juventus, you can't say that nobody is defending Juve. So, by the way, I believe that De Zerbi is Interista, but I can't confirm it. So don't take it with a grain of salt, and I don't care about coaches that are Interista, Romanista, Napoli. I don't care. If you have a great coach that wants to come and that believes in a project, I'm happy with that. So I don't really care about that. But just to tell you even more. Anyway, ragazzi, De Zerbi, forget about it, because then it's dangerous. Thank you, Admin, because I agree with you. We have to pay attention what we are saying. Victor, Beppe, I want a coach that doesn't defend against Sassuolo as if they are Messi, Suarez, Neymar, Barcelona, that attacks instead of one that makes me sleep of boredom. I understand. I understand because, I will tell you, at the end, we are watching football for entertainment, out of passion. We want to have fun. We have already a really difficult life. Life is stressing. Life is not always easy or fun. So I totally understand, Victor, that you want someone that is offering you something. I personally prefer at the end of the year to lift a trophy. That's what I always have stand for. I can appreciate defense. I really can appreciate defense. I love tactics. I love intelligence. I love sacrifice. I love people helping each other. But I don't like only defense. I don't care about winning 5-0 every game. I don't even need it. I want to win. And if it's always 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 5-0 here, 1-0, 1-0, 4-3, I don't care. If it brings me 3 points, I'm happy. I'm celebrating. Last minute own goal of the team and we win 1-0, I'm happy as well. We win. But I want a team that is able to, in a season, in a total season, giving me a balance. A balance from smartly, intelligent defend, and then also attacking. And I believe that football, the opinion of football has always been also been influenced by le Ballon d'Or. Who is winning the Ballon d'Or? The strikers. Is that correct when you are playing with 11 men and that you have so many different roles? But let's speak about 4 different roles. The goalkeeper, the defense, the midfield, and the striker. It's 9 on 10, it's a striker. 1 on 10, it's a midfielder. Well, if you're doing it every single year, you're promoting only the offensive player, only the offensive football. And I believe that it's not really correct to do so. Because football, you play 11 against 11, and you need to do both of the phases good. The offensive phase, attacking and defending. And sometimes there are games where you need to defend yourself for 90 minutes. Sometimes there are games where you're able to attack. And that's what you're saying against Sassuolo. Well, I understand that you're taking Sassuolo as an example. Not Sassuolo, but I understand that you want to have attack. What I would prefer against Sassuolo, Victor, is that Juventus is respected against Sassuolo. I will explain you one thing that annoys me a lot, and you will understand. I don't want that we are attacking football against Sassuolo. I want to win against Sassuolo. But I will show you something that is annoying me the most, and you will understand with an example what I really want. And then we'll speak about players. Now, of course, we are speaking about coaches, but then we'll speak about players. Give me a second, and I will show you what is annoying me the most. You saw that I went to Dusan Vlahovic. Can we check also against filter? It was, I believe, I don't know, by filter by club, yeah, by competition, by position, by coach. I don't know. Okay. I need to check because it is against Juventus here. I believe it's that game. Wait, give me a second. I will explain you in a second. I believe it's that game. Yeah, it's that game. Do you remember that game? Fiorentina, Juve. 1-1. Do you remember that game? Who remembers that something that was quite important in that game? Or I will help you. Veritas. How did he score? Dusan Vlahovic. Chip goal. I personally believe that if you are playing with Fiorentina, that back then was not really doing really great, not at all. They had Giuseppe Iacchini as a coach, so it was not the miracle Fiorentina of Italiano the first year. It was with Giuseppe Iacchini. If you're playing with Giuseppe Iacchini, Fiorentina, that was really low in the ranking, and you're playing against Juventus, and you are, how old was it? 20 years old. You're playing against Juve. You have in front of you Szczesny, Juventus, and you're going with a chipped penalty. That means that Juventus is not scaring you at all. The coach back then was not Allegri. For the record, it was Andrea Pirlo. Because a lot of people, they want Andrea Pirlo back. Let's go Andrea Pirlo. We love you, Andrea Pirlo. He was the best coach on the world. The chip that he's doing is against Juventus of Andrea Pirlo. This is a disrespect. Attenzione, if it is, give me a player. Lukaku, I can discuss. If it is Zinedine Zidane, I accept. If it is Kaká, I accept. If it is Van Basten, I accept. If these players are doing it with Milan, Inter, Totti, Roma, I hate it, but I accept. When it's a small Fiorentina with a young kid that is playing against Juve and that has the balls to chip it, that means that Juventus is absolutely not scaring. Absolutely not a strong Juventus. And that's what I want against Sassuolo, against Empoli, against Fiorentina, against these teams, the small teams. I'm not even speaking about Monza, Cremonese, and Lecce, but you know, the low mid-table teams. I want the Juventus that have again that aura of we are Juventus. Then, if we defend and we are able to win, we win. Because there were some Juve of Lippi, some, not all of them, some Juve of Lippi, some Juve of Allegri, some Juve of Conte, that were really able to be there and defending and then going and winning. You know, the Interisti, they are really proud about il triplete, the treble that they won. Go back and watch how they won that treble. Are they speaking about, no, but I don't like the treble of Inter because we didn't really play well, because we were given some beautiful, nice things from the referees in Champions League? Nobody cares. They are happy. They won that Champions League, that treble. But what were they able to do? Eto'o was able to do the left back for sacrificing himself for the team. But when he went up, ragazzi, when they went up, they were able to kill the game. Bam, 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 bam. And Lukaku, he spoke to the microphone and he said, we wanted to play attacking football. But it didn't work. From the moment that we went back to what our DNA was, the way of playing of Inter, we were able to win again. And today they have a trophy. We have 0 trophies. That's what I wanted to say, but I understand what you are meaning, and that's my opinion about football. Now, there is Kshef from Albania. I'm predicting either Tudor or Paladino. Thank you, Victor. I hope I answered well because I took really my time to answer you. Kshef, Tudor or Paladino? Okay, we put away Zidane 0.0001. De Zerbi, forget about it. Let's speak about a bit more concrete names. Paladino Tudor. Paladino, ex-Juve player, a future phenomenon of the bench. I agree. You know why? Because Galliani and Berlusconi, they can make mistakes. It happens that they make mistakes, but not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. They saw immense great coaches, different coaches. They saw Ancelotti. They saw Capello, Sacchi, Arrigo Sacchi, one of the coaches that changed football. They saw a lot of coaches. When they tell you, this guy, we believe in him. Allegri as well. Yeah. But then there is a big chance that they are not wrong. These guys, they know about football. You can like them or not, they know about football. Young coach, and he's showing it on the field. Huh? He's not scared. He has a vision. I believe that he's a really great coach. Is he ready for Juventus? That's the big question. Forza Juve, Ninip, 90 months together with us. Grande, Forza, grande Ninip. Grande Ninip, thank you. Really appreciate it of you still being here together with us since the beginning. Kudos to Sweden, I said it, big, huge country with a lot of people that are following Juventus, a lot of Juventini in Sweden. But Paladino, that's my big fear, is that we are burning someone as we did with Pirlo. For one reason, if we are a Juve that is coming from a stability, a Paladino can even receive his chance. We have some problems to fix, guys. Paladino is not Allegri in terms of maturity, experience in managing a locker room, because managing under 19 of Monza, managing the first team of Monza, where you manage nothing. I mean, if you have a problem, Galliani, Berlusconi, they put you where you have to be. Managing Juventus in a difficult moment with players that will push each other, because next year they want to play, they want to show that they are better. They will not be happy when they will not play. Managing a Di Maria, world champion, and we'll speak about Di Maria because apparently Fabrizio Romano, always a bit late, Fabrizio, but about Juventus. Premier League is fast on, but Juventus a bit late. But managing a Di Maria is another story. It's another story. So that's why I'm a big fan of Paladino. And I even believe that there are if Allegri leaves, I believe there are chances for him to come. But guys, if Paladino will be the coach, ragazzi, give him more than 3 chances. Give him more than 3 chances. Because otherwise we have a problem. Then I don't want to see here on the channel, but Paladino, because that's the one that you were voting for. Not Paladino out after 3 games because we are not playing well. I know. But that's the same discussion for every coach that we will have. Tudor is a great coach that unfortunately I didn't see long on a bench. But we were speaking about Juventinità. Igor Tudor is a real big Juventino. There are some things that I will never forget. That he paid from his own pocket the club he was. I don't remember where it was. I believe in Croatia, I believe. He paid with his own money what is Bogdan? You know, don't do these kind of things, because, you know, you're one that I trust in terms of sources and what you are reporting. So don't fool me, yeah. Don't fool me, yeah. Because then I go totally crazy, yeah. Because we can speak about Nagelsmann. He was not in my list. Nagelsmann was absolutely not in my list. He fooled me. No, because when I'm live, I'm not watching what I can't control what the journalists are doing. It was Nagelsmann. Hey guys, wait. Let me speak about Tudor. He paid with his own money to become the assistant coach of Pirlo. Then he was fooled by Pirlo. He was fooled because Pirlo he faked a bit that he was Tudor, and then he went for Baronio. And Tudor, he was doing the massage to McKennie in the Paramount, Amazon Prime documentary. That's the truth, huh? That's really the truth. Unfortunately, it's the truth. He was left alone. Tudor said, I will never be a second coach. But I never saw Tudor in more than 1 year. Maybe 2 seasons. I don't even remember. I saw him at Udinese. I saw him at Siena, at Marseille, where at the end, okay, you can argue with Paris Saint-Germain, but at the end, in a crucial moment, they are third, they are not second, and they had the ability to even win the league this season. So, if we are speaking about Arsenal bottling it, in France, you know that it's not the top 4 that goes in Champions League, it's the top 2. The third one goes in the qualification for Champions League. So between second and third, it's really important, and there is a really big difference. But Tudor is one, except of the fact that I never saw him for longer and so on, it's someone that I would love. I would be really happy. I believe that he would bring sense, and I believe he would excite a lot of people. I don't know what you think, guys. Is Tudor a name that would make all Juventini happy? Yeah, of course, all. There will always be one that says no. Always. But if Tudor is presented tomorrow now, the 5th of June, is he someone that is making the big majority, not the majority, the big majority of Juventini say, okay, this guy, we will back him. He can do something. Sirai likes Tudor. Aldo as well. Nini be saying we can't have another Pirlo. Tudor is not Pirlo. Tudor is not Pirlo. This I can guarantee you. For one reason, already coached a lot of different teams, and a lot of time he was able to do beautiful things with these teams. Short period, but beautiful things, because he has something a la Antonio Conte, which Pirlo is absolutely not. Pirlo was coached by Antonio Conte, but Pirlo has other things, but not that fire in him. On the other side, Igor Tudor is someone that you need to leave free, and that the players needs all of them to agree that he's the boss. Because the first thing he did at Marseille, and he had a lot of problems with the locker room, was taking some players here, putting them against the wall, and saying, I'm the boss here. At Juventus, if you do that, and Juventus, because you are not managing Monza players or Siena or Udinese players, if you do that at Juventus and these players decide that you're out, you can possibly compromise the season really fast. Antonio Conte was able to do it. Can Tudor do it? That's another big question mark I have. Because if he's backed up, ciao Matt, grandissimo Matt, if he's backed up by the management, but really backed up, that the players are going and saying, we are not happy, or we are not doing what he wants. He's too aggressive. He's crazy. A lot of people are speaking well about Marotta. When Antonio Conte arrived at Juve, and I already told that story, when he arrived at Juve, Marotta just signed a player called Reto Ziegler, a player that he knew really well from Sampdoria, because he was back then the sporting director of Sampdoria, and after 1 year at Juve, he brought him, Marotta, on a free agent. In the first, but very first, training with Antonio Conte, Reto Ziegler, that you can check on the stats, he has 0 official appearance with Juve, but really 0 official appearance with Juve. He went to train, and then that very first friendly between family and not with another team, he's distributing the, what is it called there, that you are putting on you, the starters and the B players. He discovered that he's not a starter, and you go to Conte, they speak. No, it's not true. He doesn't go to Conte. Conte goes to the team, he speaks, and he makes it really clear that Reto Ziegler has to fight for a starting position with Paolo De Sceglie. Guys, it's true. Huh? He said, you have to fight for a position with Paolo De Sceglie. Ziegler is really scared. He doesn't understand. He said, what do we do? What do we do? Mamma mia, disaster. I came here for being a starter in a team that is, put it into context, arriving twice 7th. Total disaster, Juventus. I come to be the starter at Juventus because this is what Marotta promised me. And this guy is telling me that I have to fight for a starting spot with Paolo De Sceglie. What is happening? So the evening is go to Marotta because they know each other. He say, Giuseppe, Beppe, Direttore, we have a problem. This guy, Antonio Conte, is saying that I have to fight for a starting spot with Paolo De Sceglie, with DJ Paolino. But you told me, Why am I explaining all this? Because the answer of Marotta was, don't worry. I will speak with Antonio and we will fix that because you are the starter of the team. What did he do? Ragazzi, what did he do? The biggest mistake he had to do. Actually, it was Marotta that finished the career of Ziegler. It's not even Antonio Conte. People love to say it's Antonio Conte that finished the career of Ziegler. It's not true, huh? It's the reverse. It's Marotta. Because Marotta, at that moment, he had to do one thing. Backing up his coach, or shut up and you say, I will check and I will come back to you. This is a really important thing in management. When players or employees are stepping over, when they don't go immediate, or when they don't go to the direct manager, but the manager over it, don't take any decision immediately. Never. That's a real big one, or maybe some are already, maybe some will be, maybe some do not want. But if you want to be a manager one day and you start really to grow in the hierarchy and you have different levels, if some people are jumping steps, never start taking decision by your own. Never. Biggest mistake that a lot of experienced managers are still doing. Never do it. Because you will break more than you will solve. But that's management lesson. I don't want to speak about that, and I'm sure you don't care about it. You're not interested about it. Marotta made a big mistake because actually he said, I will fix it. Then he went to Antonio Conte. He said, Antonio, what did you... And he said, no. And then he explained to him everything. They had a fight. They really had a fight between them. And at the end, you know what happened? Red Ziegler, 0 appearances to Juventus. He was loaned out. That's the story. Why am I explaining it? I have absolutely no idea why I started explaining that story. For Tudor. Because if the management is backing Tudor with whatever player, Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, is not there and he will not be there. But if Cristiano Ronaldo is saying, who's that guy? Remember? Management had to say even to Cristiano Ronaldo, or to Di Maria, or to Dusan Vlahovic, or to Paolo Dybala, or to Danilo, or to Leonardo Bonucci, or to Szczesny, or to whoever you want. He's the coach. He's Tudor. Zitto e lavorare. Zitto e pedalare. Work and pedalare. This is the truth for Tudor. Otherwise, it will not work. We spoke about Palladino. We spoke about Igor Tudor. Who else? Give me a name. Italiano. What are the chances for Italiano? So I told you Tudor and Palladino could be good for Juve, could be a possibility for Juve. What about Palladino? Italiano. What about Italiano? Italiano, ragazzi, he has a contract with Fiorentina. The little mafioso there, with all the respect, it's a joke, It's Calabrese, coming from New York. Because then people, they go crazy. So, Commisso, he doesn't stop speaking about Juventus. He's putting dirt every single day. And we are robbing Chiesa. And we are robbing Vlahovic. And we are overpaying him. And we are overpaying him. And we are not respecting the rules. And if players, they go to Juve, it's because of the money. Not because of the shirt. Guys, if I was a journalist, it makes me pissed off. You know what I would have said to Rocco Commisso? Rocco, Spezia, they renewed the contract with Italiano, right? You had chosen for Gennaro Gattuso. Italiano was at Spezia, renewed his contract with Spezia. How did he arrive at Fiorentina? Can you explain me how Italiano arrived at Fiorentina? Because he loved the purple color. Because he's a fan of Fiorentina. Or because you went to Spezia and you paid that release clause, if I can be wrong, of €1 million. You paid a fee to free Italiano from Spezia to bringing to your club. It's a different amount. It's a coach. The other one is a player, Federico Chiesa, Vlahovic, but it's exactly the same. You are a bigger club, Fiorentina, than Spezia, and you pay because you can pay 1 million, which probably Spezia will never be able to pay. You understand what I mean? It's logic, but it's just disgusting. He's pointing finger at Juve, that the players are going there for money, that they are not going for the shirt, that Juventus is robbing because they are stronger, because they have more money, because they are not respecting the rule. And then you have him that is going with Gennaro Gattuso, sacking him, and immediately goes to another team that just extended the contract and paying a clause to have Italiano at Fiorentina in the same week. Ragazzi. So I would personally, because Italiano has a contract with Fiorentina, not pay a single euro, penny, dollar to Rocco Commisso until I am alive. I would wait patiently as a shark. I will already find an agreement with Italiano, with Chiesa, with Vlahovic, or whatever player from Fiorentina that I like or that I want. But I will wait until they are free, until they have until they are free agent, and then I take them. I would never pay a euro anymore. You know what's the worst? He's a Juventino, Commisso. He's a Juventino. Why is he doing that? Because he knows that if he speaks shit about Juve, the Fiorentina fans, they will love him. Because in Italy you have a culture of not supporting your team, but being against other ones. That's the truth. The other teams, not Juventini, the other teams. The truth. That's what I wanted to explain. So, Italiano, guys, ragazzi, then I don't know, maybe Juventus, they wake up and they said, Beppe, you have too much pride, you have too much this kind of Sicilian values. You are, Beppe, GJustjuve, you are a mafioso with your strategy of not paying anymore. It's business. And they go and they buy Italiano, and they sign for Italiano. And maybe Commisso, he said so many words, but at the end he doesn't care, and he said, you know what, here, give me the money. And then, of course, 6 months later he will say Italiano, he doesn't love the shirt of Juve, but he loves the money. It's always like that. I don't know. Who else? Sam Mikalev. I'm reading you, guys. Marco Meola. How do we know Commisso is a Juventus? Because it's coming from Brooklyn, eh? It's coming from there. We know a lot of people that knows a lot of people, but he's a Juventus. I believe he also said it himself before really being at Fiorentina. It's not a secret, eh? It's not a secret that he's a Juventus. Guys, Juventino until a certain moment, huh? Until a certain moment. But yeah, it's not a secret, huh? I agree, Beppe, but Italiano is what we need to play. The way he plays is like Guardiola. I understand that. I would not. Matt, look, Matt is a Tottenham fan. He has a YouTube channel. I really like Matt. I don't know how he's still daring to enter a Juve channel, because it didn't go really well with Paratici and Conte. Kulusevski disappeared. Bentancur is injured, big injury. And then the other one, Romero is Romero is not really a Juventino. But anyway, Matt is really great guy. Matt he understands it immediately. He says, you're a Juventino until it's easier not to be a Juventino. Exactly. Okay, I have too many values. Maybe for this I would never be a great guy that is making a lot of money in the world. I have difficulties with. I really have difficulties. Then I can close an eye. We don't have to be stupid. You have to check for your own interest. I totally understand it. You are correct, guys. I can close an eye, but guys, if you close an eye, you're still able to see who are your friends and your enemies, because with one eye closed, you can survive. Look at Marotta. But not the two eyes, because if you close both eyes, you don't see anymore who is your friends and who is not your friend. So one eye is okay, two eyes, it's too much. And this is what's happening with Comiso. One time you can say, two times you can say, three times you can say, the fourth time, oh, basta. In the meanwhile, he's working on a stadium or whatever with our money. Grazie, Branimir Pejkovic. Thank you, my friend. I'm curious about the country you are in. I can guess, of course, but I'm hesitant between two countries. Where are you from, my friend? Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Really, really appreciate it, Branimir. I would go for Bosnia. I would go for Bosnia. Bosnia-Herzegovina. I would say Croatia, but it's easy, eh? I go for Bosnia. Serbia. Hey, let's try. Let's try to see if Branimir can confirm before we jump to the other coach. Yeah, we'll go now to Thiago Motta. And then people are saying Serbia. But he needs to confirm. Albania, Ahmad is saying. I don't know, guys. We don't know. So we wait. We wait. C'est la vie. The people have voted. Then he's Serbian. No. We will go to Thiago Motta. Let me first check what we do here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
It's time.
Really nice. Really nice. Beautiful growth. Even Shani Latif just subscribed. Grandissimi, ragazzi. We don't know where is Branimir from. So if he knows, let us know. In the meanwhile, Saif, thank you for the donation, Beppe. No, thank you for the donation, Saif. Beppe, can you make a video explaining the different tactics and ideas for each coach with El Tactico for us that don't understand fully? Mamma mia, what are you asking about? Imagine if I start doing that. I would love to do a video already with El Tactico. He's taking care of the Telegram group, by the way. He just reported a few things. Not yet. He's probably in meeting, but then he will report. Telegram group is on fire. So we'll always be grateful for Mo. But he's traveling so much. He has a family. He has 2 kids. He has the dog, the cat. He has the work. It's not easy because when Mo is doing something, he doesn't want to sell smoke. He really wants to prepare himself really hard. We were not able in 1 year and a half, 2 years to do a video together. So imagine if I ask him to go and analyze all these different coaches. Mamma mia, this is a really huge work. I would not... Ciao Radovan. Ciao grandissimo. Kisses. I would not be able to do that work. Impossible. Because I have no time. We have already so many problems in reading the law text, translating them, doing one live after the other. Now we start with Mercato, with good and bad news. Imagine if I have to start observing coaches that will absolutely never arrive, even before knowing if Max will leave or not, because now we are speaking about potential coaches, but the coach is Max Allegri, until the end of the season. But if we are looking at the contract, until 2025. So maybe we're even doing a live for absolutely nothing. We don't know. but we are speaking about suppositions. But then, of course, if we go with a small, let's say Max Allegri dismissed, and then you have like 2 coaches in the run, then you can do like now it's huge. It's really, 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 really huge. Thiago Motta, that's the question. What do you want? Do a poll. What is a poll? The poll about where he's from. What is happening? Charge before going to bed. I don't want to charge before going to bed. So, Thiago Motta. I have a feeling that this guy is the guy that we need. I don't know why, guys. I have a feeling that, but I'm maybe totally wrong, huh? The first news are coming, about linked Thiago Motta out of nowhere. I have a feeling that Thiago Motta is the coach that we need. I didn't like him as a player. I didn't like him. He was great. He was strong. But I didn't like him. I never really was a fan of Thiago Motta as a player. Never. At Inter or wherever he played, I didn't care. I never liked Thiago Motta. But I don't care about what I like or I don't like. I believe that this guy, he has everything. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I really believe that he can be really, really great. He has a bit of experience in terms of coach because he did under 19 of Paris Saint-Germain for 1 year, 1 season. So already worked with youngsters. He did a bit of Genoa. He did Spezia. And now Bologna. It's true. It's also true. He never did more than a year, or he did at Spezia. He did, but it's true. You are correct. He never did really more than a year at the club, and that can be also a problem. If I say about Tudor, I have to say it about him as well. But from Genoa, where he's entering because it's his ex-club, to Spezia, to Bologna, Paris Saint-Germain really wanted him at a certain moment to become the first coach of PSG. I see maturity in him. I see grinta, but not the excessive grinta that will burn out your players after 3 months. So I see maturity, experience, understands the language. Tudor as well, but I like Tudor. I would love Tudor as well. That's not a problem. But I see someone that is able to be and corporate and initiative, taking it initiatives. Has been surrounded with big stars in the past, so he knows. Knows a bit of the world. Knows about Brazil, knows about Italy, knows about France. Ragazzi, I think that it can be the one that is the most ready for that step. He's able to play also with 4 men, but it's true that he can play also with 3 men. 3 and 4 men, he can adapt. People are not, they don't want. Beppe, please, Motta didn't achieve anything. But Premiero or the people, then Palladino neither. But we already spoke about Palladino. If I repeat, then guys, but Motta out already. You have to put abstraction about Inter, not Inter, Inter, not Inter. The Zerbi I already spoke about. Nagelsmann, guys, what are you speaking about? Nagelsmann. I really believe. Luis Enrique is not in the list. That I can already tell you. Luis Enrique is not in the list. Beppe, do you know that Motta's youth is called Juventus de Mocha? I didn't know. I didn't know about that. Ragazzi, if you ask me, GJustjuve either Tudor or get back Pirlo. My guys, he has just been dismissed from the Turkish team there. Never heard about the team before Pirlo. Ragazzi, dai, be serious with Pirlo, dai. Spalletti is not possible. Except of a miracle, it's not possible. Spalletti, he has a contract with Napoli that run until now. The thing is that De Laurentiis, he automatically extended it, which he had the right to do because it was a clause that he could do, automatically renew the contract. But he didn't speak about it with Spalletti, and he didn't really appreciate because he wanted to talk first before that clause was activated. He didn't. So Spalletti really wants to leave. If he leaves, he can. Of course, he will say no to a lot of bonus and so on and so on. He can leave. But then there is an anti-competitors clause. You know it, a few days ago, he was speaking to Sky, De Laurentiis, and he was saying, people in the world, it's taking and giving. And I believe I receive and I give. I also receive from Spalletti, but I give. And then, he was underlining, I gave. Because, he has a really big ego, De Laurentiis. He gives. He's the boss. So he gave to Spalletti more than Spalletti gave to him. But anyway, and then he said, no, if people want to leave, I believe in freedom. I don't believe in cutting the eyes, cutting the wings of person. We can't just cut the wings of person. We have to let them free. Ragazzi, if you see all the things that are the chaos that is happening now, and then he's putting a clause here, anti-Juve clause there, anti-competition clause here, free with the words. So Spalletti, anti-competitor, I don't believe he will go. He can't just go to Juve if he decides to stop this season. Then next season is another thing. But we need a coach. If Max leaves, we need a coach now. And I don't like Spalletti. So my favorite of all of them, Thiago Motta, because I don't know. Sometimes you have, it's the guy. Yesterday, ragazzi, and then I will come back to Moise and to Guido. I'm happy to see Guido. I'm speaking about Thiago Motta since a few months. And the loyals on the channel, I don't know. Sometimes, guys, you need to clip and archive because I forget and I can't go back to everything I said in a year. Thiago Motta, guys, one day I said, this is the guy. Well, yesterday I saw the movie on Paramount Plus, on Amazon Prime. Air. Buonanotte, Aldo. Did you see Air with Matt Damon, George Clooney, and the other one with Jennifer Lopez, that guy. About Michael Jordan. Did you see that movie? Fantastic. Fantastic. A real story. That guy, Sonny Veccario. Ciao Stefania. No, fai bene a guardarmi, fai bene così provi a ascoltare, è sempre bello ascoltare un'altra lingua. Did you watch the movie Air? It goes about Sonny Veccario that decided. Yeah, Ben Affleck, it's the same. Clooney, Affleck, it's all the same. It's all the same. But it's true. You're correct, Marcello. They had $250,000 to invest on 3 players to become Nike persons in basketball. And nobody wanted to go to Nike because they wanted to go to Adidas. He had a vision. It was Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan, he had a good vision. Huh? I'm not saying that Thiago Motta will be the Michael. Guys, I'm not exaggerating. In just the feeling, when you have that feeling and nobody is believing you. I said Thiago Motta months ago. And for me to say this about an ex-Inter, you need a lot. I need a lot of courage to say this. I needed really to think about it. Will I say it or not? So then maybe I will be wrong. Huh? Maybe it will totally flop. So Thiago Motta for that strange feeling. Then Tudor Paladino. I speak about the available one. Huh? If you give me the money and you say go Pep, and take a coach, I will go to Pep Guardiola. I will go to Klopp. I prefer Klopp. But for 6 years, huh? Then before the 7th year, I will ask him to leave. But okay, wait, because before I forget, Moise, whoever becomes coach we will need patience. Look, that's a fantastic comment. That's what I'm scared about. You remember when I was, thank you Moise for the donation, what I was asking a bit earlier, will Tudor make everyone happy? You know, sometimes you have to put a compromise. And I saw the comments of the people. Lots said okay, a lot said no. At a certain moment we will have to take a decision. And we will have to say, this guy is the coach. And if you believe in the derby, guys, you will be disappointed. If you believe in Zidane too much, you have high chances to be disappointed. If you believe in front page of Tuttosport is out. The front page of Tuttosport is out. Let me check, guys. Let me check. First of all, I need to check here. Wait, I will come back on that because that's a really important from Moise. But first, let me say thank you. 15 months to Guido Gencarelli. Beppe, unfortunately, in football, there is no more surprises like it used to be, where a team can suddenly win a Champions League. I think to win internationally, you need to have big names, coaches or players. We need Zizou. But it's time. Inter could potentially win the Champions League. Yeah? Of course, they have big names. It's not Leicester. But if you compare with Manchester City, there is a big difference. But I agree with you. It is the reality. It is the reality. You need names, you need coaches, you need players. If you want to, I would change what you just said, Guido. I will say if you want consistently winning, because you still have small teams that are able, small teams or less big names or on paper players, they are still able to do surprises and miracles. But if you want to consistently win, then you need huge. I agree. Thank you, Guido my friend Guido Gencarelli, for 15 months with us. Fantastic. So we spoke about the first page of Tuttosport, and we will watch it together. Pay attention, because Di Marzio sometimes he's putting really strange ads on his site, so close your eyes before. What is this, Mom? Can we? Are they gone? Are they gone? Yeah, they are. Huh? I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. I didn't want to see any image too late because of Di Marzio. Mamma mia. The last time there was a surprise, Guido. In 2 weeks. They will win. Huh? They will win. I really felt really bad. Ok, what are they saying on Tuttosport? Juve, puoi chiudere tutto subito. Juventus, you can close everything now already. Attenzione, because that's a big title. Huh? Why are they saying that? You can already shut down everything. They're speaking about the season. Huh? Why? L'eventuale penalità per la manovra stipendi a questo punto si applica alla stagione in corso, escludendo la Juve dalle coppe. Scongiurata la partenza ad handicap nel prossimo campionato. But why? I don't understand why. I need to understand better. The loss of Fiorentina guarantees the automatical European spot of who? Of Juve. Of Juve. Okay, I sincerely didn't inform myself about Fiorentina Inter. Okay, so if Fiorentina, of course, won the Coppa Italia, they would have been qualified. Dragons, I have a Twitch channel. It's a long time I don't use it. It's still there, but I need to do soon something. It's already 1 year I don't use it. But when I'm on Twitch, it's on the Juventus channel, on the Juventus Twitch, the official one. But otherwise, it's only YouTube at the moment. But, okay, so if Fiorentina won today, they would have qualified to the Coppa UEFA. And then there would be 1 spot less in ranking. Now that Fiorentina lost the Coppa Italia, and because of the difference in points with Juve, they can't go anymore. So that means that Juventus is at minimum in that strange cup of the meeting league. In conference. That's why I always have some problems with that word. Look. Google. I know we have to go to reverse. That I have really problems. Une conférence. It's a congress, a meeting, a congress. It's a congress, a meeting, a congress. The congress. It's a congress. It's a really strange word. Why? Conference. Why? I don't understand it. It is what it is. Ciao, Jim. No. Yeah, the league, the cup, or whatever is the same. It's the same. It's the same. But yeah, in that cup, or we are already in Europe. Okay, let's continue to think what they are speaking about. So the eventuality of a penalty would be okay. I get it. Hey, it's late. I need it. Okay. No, non in Champions, Stefania? Non in Champions. Okay, I get it. Ciao, Shatterstar. Why do I dress like a bank robber? It's nice. Thank you, Shatterstar. From GTA. No. Okay, I understand. I understand. Bravo, Beppe. Joe Pesci. No, okay, I explain you because it's an important one. So, if need to really think, yeah. Okay. They are saying always that the punishment needs to be impactful, afflittività, which we still don't understand, but impactful, okay? The -10 that they gave us for the plusvalenza is impactful for them because you kick us out of the Champions League where you lose a lot of million, okay? You're out of top 4. You can't come back to top 4, okay? Think about it, huh? And you still have to play to be in European competition, which are not granted, okay? But there is another trial. If they are punishing Juventus, they can make us drop even more. If you are not in European competition, I explain you, and they want to punish you with other points in that salary maneuver, you go from, I don't know, 10th, let's say 10th, where you're not in any competition, to 12th, there is no impact. What is the difference between taking points away from finishing, let's say, 8th to 15th? From 8 to 15th or to 16th, 17th, yeah. From 8 to 17, there is no difference. There is no impact. You understand? So what would have been the problem is that salary maneuver possible point deduction, as you were not in Europe on the field, they would have postponed it to the next season, to 23-24. For example, we decided to take you out 15 other points, but because you were already on the field, not in European competition, it has no impact, so you start next season with -15. You understand what I mean? Now, because Juventus is already qualified in a European competition, even if they take you a few points away or a lot of points away, taking you out of European competition, that means that you have already a double impact. The one of the plusvalenza out of Champions League, the one of salary maneuver in points out of European competition. And that means that you are nowhere. But that the impact has already been used. So that means that this season you can even punish us, but you can't punish us for the start of next Serie A. All of this, of course, without any intervention yet of UEFA. I hope I was really clear, but anyway, or they don't punish us and we hope to go again in but the first one, because apparently the conference cup has the same song. They don't even have a own song. Or we hope to go there, or we know that we will be out. Let's see. Vediamo, ragazzi. Guido Gencarelli, thank you for the donation, my brother. Fratello mio, a win versus Empoli would give us Champions League. We would have to win against Milan, and we would have it in our hands. It was really the hardest loss this year. I know. We spoke a lot about that in post-game. We don't deserve to win that game. We didn't deserve to win that game. The guys, they totally collapsed. They had shaking legs. The coach already said it before the game. I saw the guys before the game, during the training sessions, that they were already on the ground mentally, and they were scared that a result like that could happen. And unfortunately, it happened, with a point deduction right before the game, with a lot of questions that goes through your mind, and then the feeling of injustice of a goal cancelled, a goal on penalty conceded. The team was not in the best conditions, and bam, they totally collapsed. Totally collapsed. It's not an excuse, huh? It's the truth. We didn't deserve. We deserve to win, to lose. We deserve to lose that game. Branimir is coming from Croatia. I said Bosnia. Option 1, Croatia option 2. It was Croatia. It's good, huh? Just that I lost. I don't like to lose. Is Phil Jackson interested in becoming a coach manager? If not, I vote for Montero. Our Igor Tudor is good, but I like in Hadjuk, he burns out too quickly. But that's the thing what I was explaining. I'm happy that our friend is also from Croatia. That's the problem of Igor Tudor. He's going with so much power, then and then we have a problem. Maccabi and Sevilla loss were horrible. Geomedical, we need to change. Borna. There were a lot of horrible defeats in Serie A. Let's make Borna, I don't know, happy or sad. Which was the loss that hurt you the most? How much do we have? 16 or 17 losses this season, which is incredible. Huh? If you think about it, it is incredible. Which was the loss or the game, even a win? If you think that it's a win that you have to speak about, go for it. That really, this one killed you. Hey, we didn't speak about Di Maria. Okay, and then we do a small topic about Di Maria and Paredes. I'm sorry. And Cuadrado. I forgot. 2-0 against Inter. No, we won 2-0 against Inter. Punzara. You were sad because we won. For once, we won. Napoli 5-1. Shutterstock is, remember, it's 16. Napoli hurted a lot. The Napoli. Maccabi Haifa 1. Ahmad is saying Sevilla for @64. Premier, Napoli and Inter. I know, but you have to choose one. Ryan, Napoli. Ninib, Maccabi Haifa. Fabio, definitely against Napoli. No. Attenzione. That's wrong. It's not that I want to remember you or remind you bad results, but Fabio, it happened. It happened against Napoli. Go back, the exact same score already happened against Napoli. Unfortunately, I have to remember it because it's a fact. Not that I'm proud about it, but it happened already. 5-1, exactly the same. Let's say Maccabi Haifa for Styler Z. Empoli was depression mode. And Maccabi, Napoli, Sevilla, Stefania, Styler Z, Napoli as well. But Styler Z is fooling. It's not. It's putting it in two different comments. Ryan, we won 2-0. Of course, we won 2-0. Serraz, Salernitana for me. But how many games? I know it's Serraz and Styler Z. Sometimes Salernitana. The injustice. Ooh, that's a big one. Benfica for Don and Skyter. Salernitana, mamma mia. The loss of identity killed me, but that happened gradually. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Roma 1-0. Mamma mia, that one. Empoli, Massimo Empoli was Robin Monza. Which one? We lost twice. The red card one or the second one? David is changing to Sevilla. Guido, grazie Guido. Grazie. And I will tell you, we win against Milan, then this year Verona will gift us again a win against Milan, next year Champions League. Roma and Atalanta X2 game. Guys, we had it in our hand, huh? But you're thinking that we still go winning the 2 games. Guido, I am known as being the believer, the most positive one, whatever. The fino alla fine, and I'm still, always. But for me, this season, ragazzi, this season, se finia. Then, okay, we will go back in, Allegri. Guys, it's over. The season is over. Ciao, Ron. Grandissimo, Ron. Season is over. Just Antwerp diamond robbery. It's not that far from here. 40 minutes I'm there. Without traffic. It's not holiday. Because holiday in Ninip, it's fun. It's like, forced work. When you are when you need to go to jail, but they say, you know what? We have no space in jail. Do some work for free, and that's a bit the thing. Forced work that you need to do. Alessia, on Monday I was at the stadium against Empoli. It was so sad. By the way, Alessia, you saw the pictures I showed you on Instagram. Very fantastic. I have like 3 drawings of Alessia. Finally, we have a problem, Alessia. We have a problem. If Dusan Vlahovic, if he leaves, buonanotte Abab. If he leaves, Dusan Vlahovic, he's there. Huh? What do we do? Gatti and Danilo will stay. Del Piero will always stay. What do we do with Dusan Vlahovic? You want to see? Wait, We have Gatti, Dusan, Danilo. Show you the Danilo one. And then you have the Del Piero shirt. And then you have that's a shirt, that's a real shirt. Here. No, I can't do it. That's the real shirt of Del Piero. And then you have Alessandro Del Piero, Il Capitano, the poster of Turin Giants. But here you have the 3 drawings. They are really, really beautiful. But if he leaves, abbiamo un problema. We have a problem. Because then I need someone else. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. So who will we have to replace? And that's a beautiful assist, the last one for this evening. I said I want to go for 1 hour. I can't. I never can do what I want to do. Still waiting for Buffon to appear on your wall. Ferrat. But Buffon is a Parma player. That's the problem. I'm joking. I'm joking. Wait. No, this is impossible. I wanted to do this one, it's impossible. Wait. I have an idea. Guys, you will vote, okay? You will vote. Wait, because it's a bit difficult here, but I have an idea. And then you will vote. Stay tuned, Stay tuned. Guys, it's not the number that is important. It's the name. Es el nombre. Is the name that is important. I need to do better, of course. I didn't do it really well. But so I need to fold better so that you really see well, because it's not really. But this can be, yeah? This can be. What do we do? Chiesa or Buffon? We do a poll, and meanwhile I speak about Di Maria and Cuadrado, and then start a poll. You have to think, of course, about the fact that it will be fold better. Wall. Buffon or Chiesa? Let's go. Choose, ragazzi. It's the poll. The poll will say. Trezeguet, I don't have him in the wall, but I have shirts. Nacho, thank you for your donation. Beppe, if you have to choose, who would you sacrifice, Vlahovic or Chiesa? For me, Chiesa would go. Mamma mia. It's a big one. I would say if I have really to sacrifice, I will sacrifice, unfortunately, Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic. If I have really to choose, I hope I don't have to choose. I hope both will stay, but if, then I do that. Thank you, Mlaggio. Look, important. Di Maria, but I knew it already since this afternoon, but even earlier, because we were already. It's no surprise. It's no surprise, but then they confirmed today the talks between Di Maria and Juventus totally stopped. There will not be any renewal for Angel Di Maria. I'm sad. I'm sad of what we had of Di Maria. Partially, it's because of the Juventus that he was in. Like, I'm sad of Cristiano Ronaldo that played nearly 2 seasons without supporters because of COVID. You know, Dani Alves, that has not been my favorite player, but Dani Alves, I can say he played for Juve and he had all his chances to do it in Juve. We remember Dani Alves, you know. Ronaldo, 2 seasons without supporters. Di Maria, guys, in a season like that. But the truth is that partially not on him, partially on him. You know, when I gave up on hoping that he would renew, it was after the international break, the last one. When he came back from the 1st of April, I was expecting a bit more from Angel. He did some exceptional things, but for me, a hat-trick of assists against Maccabi Haifa and a hat-trick of goals against Nantes are not enough. Even if there were some other things that he did okay. And again, I love Angel Di Maria, and I would love Angel Di Maria forever. And he is in the Olympus of great, fantastic football players. Sometimes it's like that. The right person in the wrong time, in the wrong moment, and it happens. So I agree. For him, for us. Because, you know, I don't know if next year will be better. If next year would have been better, I will tell you, okay, go with Angel Di Maria, but I'm not sure who will be there. If I miss Bernardeschi, no, I don't miss Bernardeschi. Paredes will go back. That was not a surprise, not a mystery, a big wish. Which is the game that we all remember from Paredes? The one against Cremonese, I believe. That's the only game that really we said, Mamma mia, he played well. So then Alexandro, we knew already. Do we have really to repeat everything about Alexandro? The newness, the new entry is about Cuadrado, guys. The new entry is about Cuadrado. I don't know what to say about Cuadrado. I'm honest, I don't know what to say about Cuadrado. Because it's a player that when he arrived to Juve, he's likable. You like the person, but never made me really excited about his football. My brothers were big fans of Cuadrado, and we always had fights because it will be Buffon. I will fall better, it will be Buffon. We always had fights with my brothers because my father and me, we were more Quadrado. No, not fans of the football of Quadrado. My brothers were big fans of the football of Quadrado. But I started to appreciate Quadrado with Sarri, and I continue to appreciate Quadrado with Pirlo. I believe the season with Pirlo was really the best Quadrado ever. Ciao Bogdan, buonanotte. Was fantastic Quadrado. So not only I bought his shirt, which I would never have done before, but I bought his shirt. But the last two seasons, it's not anymore the one of the Pirlo season. It's not anymore the Sarri one. It's a Quadrado that is becoming older. It's probably never, and it's really a paradox, because Quadrado I like, I respect, I love. I spoke with him, by the way, personally last Monday, so not this one, the one before. Super nice person, super nice person. Of course, I can't tell you what we spoke about, but I will always respect him. I will always love him. It's just that the thing is, when he played with Max, Allegri, Quadrado, I appreciate less. I didn't in the first part. I appreciate it now, but less. Will Max be there? Will Max not be there? And who is the backup that you will find? Because if you are telling me, we don't know yet, we go towards the 3-5-2. We go towards the 3-5-2. 3-5-2, where Quadrado is the bench player, and you give me a top player there on the right, bah, why not? But who is the player that will play there? If it's Quadrado starter and Cambiaso is the sub, no. If we play a 4-3-3, Quadrado can't play as a right back anymore. De Sciglio, like Henrik is saying, De Sciglio is injured until January. And even when he's coming back, we don't know. Alexandro, we saw. I don't. Again, happy for the guy. Of course, if I have to, I'm more happy for Quadrado than for Alexandro. If really I have to choose one that I would extend, it would have been a Quadrado over Alexandro. But I was also from the fact of stopping. Now that you could stop, or you had the possibility to, I would have stopped. Personally, but I can understand that in moments of really difficulty, you have to close eyes. Not both, but one. Sometimes you are obliged to. Sometimes you have to do in life, sometimes you have to do compromises for something bigger that we can't explain today. Look, again, I would have not, but sometimes you are obliged to do compromises for the better of something that at the moment I don't know what it is. I don't know. But Jürgen, the renewal of Alexandro, in a way, made sense. Why? Because due to the fact that we had injuries of Bonucci, that we changed our system to a three-man, and he was actually giving solidity that we didn't have before. He played a lot of games. And from the moment that you have absolutely no way to play in a four-man defense, that you're obliged to play him, that he's playing and he's also doing okay. So you continue to play, not because you want him next year. And you're thinking, okay, at a certain moment, the other ones will arrive and he will be benched. And then he plays. You say, okay, let's try to go in Champions League. And if Alexandro is obliged to play because he's giving a solidity, I don't sacrifice my chances to go in Champions League because I don't want to renew a player, first. Secondly, it makes sense if you say, okay, I can't buy 4 fullbacks because Danilo is not a fullback anymore. Cuadrado will leave. On the left side, Alexandro can't play in a 4-man defense anymore. But he really can't play anymore. So it's a 3-man defense, or you have to buy 4 players. Grimaldo for free is gone to Bayer Leverkusen. So you need to, except of Cambiaso, that can play on both sides, but it's still one player, you need to buy 3 more. So I understand in a way that you say, and I don't agree, I don't accept, but I can logically understand. I can't go on the market and spend money to replace Rabiot, spend money to replace Di Maria, spend money to replace Paredes, spend money to replace Cuadrado, to replace Alexandro. I can't. It's impossible. Spend money to maybe replace the coach, lose money from entry of Champions League. This is how you have to analyze the total picture. It is impossible because you can't go with one player. No, you have to analyze everything. And when you are analyzing everything, I can understand that you say, look, he had a contract. He arrived. We were obliged. We go with 1 more year. We don't take any risk for a long period. With 1 year, we have a Cambiaso that is coming back. We try to go for Carlos Augusto. Cambiaso can play on the right. Carlos Augusto can play on the left. And we go for a good right one. Because if we play with 3, we even have Kostic up front. If we play with 4, okay. But then if you are also extending Cuadrado, then my reasoning starts to lose a bit of so at the moment I don't know. At the moment it has not been confirmed. Again, happy for Cuadrado. He promised me that he would come with me on Twitch if he signed the contract. So for me personally, I'm happy. Because it's nice. He promised me that he would be with me on Juventus Twitch and not on my channel, but on Juventus Twitch. But on the field, I need to see, I need to understand. Ragazzi, 2 hours 20. Again, I wanted to do it 1 hour, 2 hour 20. I'm always sorry for the people that are watching in replay. Because, in the evening, tranquilly, we speak, you don't know, you can interact. For the people that are watching really in replay, I'm always saying, it's long, 2 hours of Beppe. Mamma mia. That's something... For the new season, I want to improve. Shorter lives. I need to improve that. Shorter lives. Too long, too much blah blah. Every night. How do I do it to speak every night? Ma. There's too many things to say. On the other hand, you know what I need as soon as possible? Someone that is able to write down while we are interacting, while we're speaking, so the significant moments of the life. So, for example, between minute, I don't know, 37 and 38, something really funny. Or between 39 and 40, an important thing. For example, you know, when I say, some months ago, I like Thiago Motta, you know. And then we can, you know, it's easier for me, you know, having a list like this was important, was great, then I can make shorts out of it, or I make, you know, something nice. That would be great. But I don't know who is it. I know that we have a lot of people, like Sir Raz is always there, Jim is always there. A lot of people are doing it, but the thing is, they have a team. They have a team that is saying, hey, at that moment, no, there's someone that can say, okay, but today I doing, you know, would be nice, huh? And then I can even make a video about it, you know, like a really important thing up for the people that can't watch 2 hours. Because a lot of people, you know what I was thinking last time? I was thinking like maybe I have to do like previously on GJustjuve, you know, and then starting my video with the best moments of the life for the people. You know, I was really thinking, because it's impossible that everyone is able to follow a long life. It's impossible. Previously on GJustjuve. Imagine when we start speaking about salary maneuver and this and this. Yeah, it's seriously, yeah? Previously. Anyway, ragazzi. Yeah, Prison Break was like this, huh? Previously on GJustjuve. Yeah, I need to. It would have been better if I had a voice like that. Sir Raz, I know there exists something where you can pin inside a live, so you can. Yeah, but the thing is, I try to do, because the ciao Mario, buonanotte. Ciao Anthony Schifano, Riccardo. Riccardo, I can't read every time. I can't see all the questions, Riccardo. I try to read and to answer. Look, that's the thing, you know. If you're writing no answer to my question, we are 200 people today. I believe we were like at a certain moment 380. I'm really alone. I see no answer to my question, but I don't know what you asked. I don't know. Sincerely, yeah. It's not that I don't want. I really try to discuss with everyone. But look, I'm speaking. I'm reading the comments. If on top of that I tried, taking a pen with me and writing down, this minute is interesting. But the problem is I don't even know when it will be interesting, and it doesn't sound really natural. It doesn't sound natural. Then I know that I will say something to clip and I'm not natural anymore. That's why I try to do it myself. I can't. The only thing I'm able to do is when I watch again, and then I say, okay, that's maybe interested or not. But otherwise, it's impossible. But also that I just can't read all the questions. I can't. It's impossible. Ciao, Henrik. So, Ricardo, I don't know what was your question. I would love to answer, but I don't know. Vincenzo, the Licht, Mamuska, the light, the Matruska, That was fun. Jürgen, good night, Beppe. Ciao, buonanotte, Jürgen. Ciao, Piero. Premieri. Ciao, Sir Raz. 15-second slow mode will help. No, because then you don't have instant reaction from people. I tried. You don't have instant. I don't like it. Instant. You know, I don't like that. Ciao Locatelli. Grande Locatelli. Shutterstar, Ravella and Rabiot are different players. They are. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I was waiting for Ricardo, but I don't see the question. So I will close, guys. Ciao Bogdan. Ciao Bogdan. Did I forget? Maybe I'm watching, but Lazio, Guido. No. Midnight robbery in progress. I waited. Anyway, if you are there, Riccardo, ti amo. Ciao, ciao Ahmad, ciao Jim, ciao Pramiero, ciao Nirai, ciao a tutti, grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao, ciao ragazzi. Tomorrow we see each other. Go steal some cars. Yeah.